Good morning. This is Pastor Jeff. It is our daily lectionary readings. Today is Thursday, January 12th, 2023. We have our three readings. We are looking forward to Sunday. Psalm 41 through 11 is our psalm reading. Isaiah 22, 15 through 25 is going to be our Old Testament reading. And the book of Galatians, chapter 1, verses 6 through 12 is going to be our New Testament reading. We'll be once again listening to this and me reading it in the Message version. Psalm 40. I waited and waited and waited for God. At last, he looked. Finally, he listened. He lifted me out of the ditch, pulled me from the deep mud. He stood me up on a solid rock to make sure I would not slip. He taught me how to sing the latest God song, a praise song to our God. More and more people are seeing this. They enter the mystery, abandoning themselves to God. Blessed are you who give yourselves over to God. Turn your backs on the world's sure thing. Ignore what the world worships. The world's a huge stockpile of God wonders and God thoughts. Nothing and no one compares to you. I start talking about you, telling what I know, and quickly run out of words. Neither numbers nor words account for you. Doing something for you, bringing something to you. That's not what you're after. Being religious, acting pious, that's not what you're asking for. You've opened my ears so I can listen. So I answered, I'm coming. I read in your letter what you wrote about me, and I'm coming to the party you're throwing for me. That's when God's word entered my life, became part of my very being. I've preached to you, the whole congregation. I've kept nothing back, God. You know that. I didn't keep the news of your ways a secret. Didn't keep it to myself. I told it all. How dependable you are. How throughout. I didn't hold back pieces of love and truth for myself alone. I told it all. Let the congregation know the whole story. Now, God, don't hold out on me. Don't hold back your passion. Your love and truth are all that keeps me together. When troubles ganged up on me, a mob of sins past counting, I was so swamped by guilt I couldn't see my way clear. More guilt in my heart than hair on my head. So heavy that guilt that my heart gave out. Our Old Testament reading is from Isaiah chapter 22. We begin in verse 15 and end in verse 25. The Master, God of the angel armies, spoke. Come, go to this steward, Shebina, who is in charge of all of the king's affairs, and tell him what's going on here. You're an outsider here, and yet you act like you own this place. Make a big fancy tomb for yourself when everyone can see it, making sure everyone will think that you are important. God is about to sack you, to throw you to the dogs. He'll grab you by the hair, swing you around and around dizzyingly, and then let you go, sailing through the air like a ball until you're out of sight. Where you land, nobody knows. And there, you'll die. And all the stuff that you've collected, heaped on your grave. You've disgraced your master's house. You're fired. Good riddance. On that day, I'll replace Shebna. I will call my servant Eliakim, son of Hilkiah. I'll dress him in your robe. I'll put your belt on him. I'll give him your authority. He'll be a father leader to Jerusalem and the government of Judah. I'll give him the key of the Davidic heritage. He'll have the run of the place. Open any door, keep it open. Lock any door and keep it locked. I'll pound him like a nail into a solid wall. He'll secure the Davidic tradition. Everything will hang on him, not only the fate of the Davidic descendants, but also on the detailed daily operations of the house, including cups and cutlery. And then the day will come, says God of the angel armies, when that nail will come loose, fall out, break loose from the solid wall, and everything hanging on it will go with it. That's what will happen. God says so. Our New Testament reading today comes from the book of Galatians, chapter 1, verses 6 through 12. I can't believe how you waver, how easily you have turned traitor to him who called you by the grace of Christ, by embracing an alternative message. It is not a minor variation, It is completely other, an alien message, a no message, a lie about God. Those who are provoking this agitation among you are turning the message of Christ on its head. Let me be blunt. If one of us, even an angel from heaven, went to preach something other than what we preached originally, let him be cursed. I said it once. I'll say it again. If anyone, regardless of reputation or credential, preaches something other than what you received originally, let him be cursed. Do you think I speak this strongly in order to manipulate crowds or court favors with God or get popular applause? If my goal was popularity, I wouldn't bother being Christ's slave. Know this. I am most emphatic here. Friends, this great message I deliver to you is not mere human optimism. I didn't receive it through the traditions, and I wasn't taught it in some school. I got it straight from God. Received the message directly from Jesus Christ. And here ends our readings for the day.